Ladies and gentlemen, it's your main man Double O, and welcome to another edition of Turning Music into Money. Today's episode is building business relationships. But before we get into today's topic, I would first like to give a huge shout out to Miss Ruby Johnson for giving me the platform on Legacy A100. That's where all my shows can be found. If you're on Facebook and you are watching this live feed right now, you actually can click on that live feed to see all my previous shows. So please do that. Thank you, Miss Ruby, for the platform. I definitely greatly appreciate it. I'm just an independent artist, but she's seen a radio host in me. Thank you so much. A major shout out to Miss Maureen Guest of 1570 AM. She does an indie artist exposed every Thursday from 8 to 12. Every Thursday at 4720 Jonesboro Road, Union City, Georgia. You go there and you perform, you network, you meet different people. Thank you so much, Ms. Ruby, for all your comments. LegacyA100.com. That's where we need you guys to go to check out all the previous shows. And also, like I said, at 4720 Jonesboro Road, Union City, Georgia. Let her know that Double O sent you to 4720 Jonesboro Road. She also does a radio show on WIGO 1570 AM every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 7. Please check her out. Also, I am currently awaiting the newest member to the Turning Music into Money family, Miss April Showers. She will be co-hosting with me from time to time. She has sung with Bootsy Collins. She's done artist development, and she's still a thriving artist out here today. And I would love for you guys to welcome her whenever she comes. We'll do an interview to properly welcome her. Thank you, Isaac, for joining. Thank you, Jessica, for joining. Thank you, Dwayne, for joining the live feed. And also, if you guys are trying to check out my music that I do, go to Pandora and type in Double O. That's two different spellings because I'm two different artists. That's DOUBLEO. And then, again, that is DUBBULLOH. Two different types of music. Check it out. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment. Now, let's get into today's topic. I actually have the pleasure of having the innovative butterfly with me. She is an author, speaker, and a master coach. She has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Auburn University and has a Juris Doctorate from the Jones School of Law. She's also a keynote speaker on topics such as relationship building and strategic goal setting. Welcome to Turning Music into Money, Mrs. Turner.
Hi, what is going on, Double O?
Hey, you know, a lot is going on, and before we get started into the conversation, I have to thank you because I met you a couple of years ago now. You came to me and One Purpose Mind's video shoot, and you sat there and you watched and you supported, and you've been supporting ever since. And we, as the G.O.Y crew, thank you tremendously. You have been a pillar for the G.O.Y squad, and we definitely appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Something about that day is really, really, really great because I met you there for the first time, and you were doing doing your thing, and Dwayne Terry, aka One Purpose Mind, was there, and he gave me a shot to have a business T-shirt featured in the video, and I didn't have a T-shirt at the time. I was just starting out. I was a young entrepreneur, and my son hand painted my first business shirt. I sent it over, and y'all were like, come on. I was like, I'm there. And so I thank y'all for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. We'll never forget that day. You've been strong ever since then. It was a pleasure meeting you and a pleasure knowing you. So let's
Thank you. Pleasure as well.
Yes. Let's get into it, Ms. Turner. You are the innovative butterfly. Why the name the innovative butterfly?
Well, innovative butterfly is really all about taking who you are and embracing your change. It's all about moving it forward. It is all about embracing your authenticity. And you can't do that without being innovative, without being open to new and progressive ideas. And so innovative butterfly takes all of that, whether it's in regard to me being an author, whether that's in regard to me mentoring young girls and young women, or or empowering business owners. That is what Innovative Butterfly is all about.
I like that. I really like that. That is very empowering. And now, what I really want to know, you're an author, a speaker, and you have a bachelor's degree. Which came first for you?
The bachelor's degree came first, because I will say that I am a mature lady. So I graduated from Auburn University in 1995 with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and didn't quite know what I wanted to do, but all I knew at that time is I wanted to help people. So that came first for me. And it just evolved from there. It started me on a journey to where I am now, and it's taken me to some unexpected places.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. So what is your favorite part of the game as far as being an author, a speaker, and practicing law, I guess, right? Correct?
Yes. Oh, gosh. I would have to say that it's a speaker, because it rolls all those things up in a tight little box, because what the law degree did for me in working for law firms and really learning and practicing a craft, it really prepared me to speak publicly, and it really prepared me to develop ideas and to take those ideas and write them down, and eventually that turned into a book, because the book that I wrote, it really includes part of that journey. So I would say speaking about those things and speaking about those experiences is my most favorite part of the journey.
Got you. So the book you wrote is The Strategic Principles for Women in Leadership, correct?
That is correct. That is correct. That is a book that I wrote actually in December. I actually wrote that book in like 5 weeks. So, five weeks of a lot of 12, 14-hour days, and going to bed very, very early in the morning. But that book is really about giving different goal-setting methods based upon your individual place in life, your station in life, whether you're at the beginning stages of a job, whether you're in the middle of a career, or whether you're at the end of your season looking to transition into something else. It talks about setting goals according to the station where you are in life and giving very strategic steps on how to get there.
Exactly. I love that. I'd like to thank all my viewers right now. Thank you, Chuck Brown, who just tuned in. Alba So Floetic has tuned in. Chris Hopkins has tuned in. Rad TV has tuned in, and Sly King is tuned in. So I thank you guys for checking out Mrs. Turner, the Innovative Butterfly. We all need you to go to the Innovative Butterfly on Facebook and like the page. Please do that. Please do that after the interview. Now I have some more. I have plenty of questions for you. Let's get into the business services that you offer. And I kind of want to break them down, because this show kind of is meant to educate people and not just kind of brush over things. It's meant to kind of educate, because we have independent artists out here that have to manage their sales because they can't find a manager, or the manager doesn't know what they're doing, more than likely. So I see you offer you set up business entities, you do contract drafting, you do contract review, you do trademark and copywriting, correct?
That is correct.
Bet. Okay. Shout out to Opalaka. I like Shantasha.
Yes.
You know Shantasha?
I do. She's a dear friend of mine from Opalaka. She and I go way back.
She's tuned into you right now.
Awesome.
Shout out M Love also. So let's get into the business entity setup. Now, when you're setting up a business entity, what does all that entail?
For those individuals who are looking to go into business, one of the problems that I find with them is that they don't separate personal from their business. Like, they go into business as an individual, which doesn't offer the protections that setting up a business entity does. And so, which that leaves all the liability on them as an individual. And so I sit down and I talk with them, and we do a consultation to find out which business entity is right for them. there are several. You have a partnership. You have a limited liability partnership, a limited liability company. You also have, corporations, but there are different types of corporations, and but you just want to try to avoid doing business as a DBA, which is a doing business as, or as a sole proprietor, because that means all of the liability is on you as an individual.
That means when something happens, they're coming to sue you.
Absolutely. And take all your personal assets, yes.
So
you want to protect yourself.
So you don't recommend any artists do a DBA? That's a doing business as?
I absolutely do not, especially when setting up a business entity is very accessible.
Okay. Now let's get into contract drafting. What kind of contracts are you drafting up? What kind of contracts will you review? I'm interested in all of that.
I basically review and set up any type of contracts that an individual needs. So if a business is looking to do some work for another business, then we can set up a contract for that. I have reviewed my own contracts when going into business and being partners with somebody in a business venture. I've entered into contracts when I have written my own books, and you need to take a look at those to make sure that they're fair and that they're equitable. So I take small business owners who are looking to enter into agreements, and I review those to make sure they're not front heavy, meaning they're bearing a lot of the costs, or that they're back lagging, meaning that they won't see any of the residuals until after everyone gets a cut. Mm-hmm. And then I also help draft or customize contracts that they want to enter into a business relationship with someone else.
Shout out to Tahita and Angela White for just tuning in. Now, let me ask you this. If I bring you a non-exclusive publishing deal, would you be able to look at that?
I absolutely will be.
Really?
Absolutely will be, yes. And you really, and this is a whole another show, because you really want the majority of your contracts to not be exclusive. Like, you want to be able to move it and shake it with other individuals and other businesses. Like, you don't want to be stuck in something that keeps you grounded to one particular label or one particular individual or one particular business.
Okay, so is this kind of teeter-tottering on an entertainment lawyer?
Yes, absolutely. But anyone who is worth their salt that has been to law school or has, practiced in the area of contracts and can review a contract. Now, if you're looking into, specifics and getting into a deep type of contract where you're talking about royalty splits, and you're talking about different things like that, then absolutely you would want to consult someone who specializes in that area. That is their niche.
Got you. To all my listeners, we are talking to Necole Turner, the innovative butterfly. She is an author, speaker, and a master coach. Please check her out on Facebook and everywhere else. Trademarking. Please explain to the listeners what trademarking is.
Okay. Now, whenever you're talking about trademarking or service marks, you're really talking about something that is tangible. You're talking about something that is physical, that represents your business. When we're talking about a trademark, it is something that you see that you have your T-shirt on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
G.O.Y.
Exactly. Yep.
You want to protect that, and that is something that is tangible. Every time you wear a garment and you see a label in it,
mm-hmm.
then that particular thing is going to be representative of who you are and what you're selling. Now, on the flip side, when you have a service mark, it is something that when people see it, they automatically recognize that is your business. So every time you pass by the Golden Arches, what do you see?
That M, and
yeah,
and that Ronald McDonald's.
Absolutely. So you recognize that that is McDonald's, right?
Exactly.
And and so when you see the little, swoosh, a little swish on the shoes, and the slogan, just do it.
That's right.
Everybody knows that that belongs to Nike.
That's right.
So those service marks are unique to a business, and you want to protect those.
Is it? Well, I have Julie Gordon asking, how much are those services? The services we just discussed.
She's asking about the services that I provide. The prices vary on that, but if you're looking just for application fees and how much it takes to get that process started, you can do that on the federal level through the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and then you can also do it on the state level through the Secretary of State. I always recommend that if you're just starting and your trademarks and service marks haven't been in use that long and they're only to a local market or to a regional market, then you can seek protection on the state because that is the most affordable, and you can do that for $15 per service mark or trademark.
Okay. Now, I have my good friend Jessica said she needs copywriting in her life. Can you please explain to the audience what copywriting is and does and protects?
Well, copywriting is what your intellectual property is. It is your music. It is your writings. Any original literary, musical, or artistic work. That is what we call a copyright. It is different from a trademark in that it is something that is in your head. It is intellectual, in which you pull it out and you put it on paper, or you put it to music, or it's an expression. So that is done through the United States Copyright Office, and that is really easy. I know that I have copyrighted all of my writings, and you can get that started through the federal government, the United States Copyright Office. You can get that started for little as $35.
As little as $35. So Julie Gordon asked, do you offer the service? Because most of the people that tune in to me want to pay someone.
Oh, absolutely. I do offer those services, and then what I do, because you've heard of companies like LegalZoom and all those other companies, I don't knock those companies, but my approach is to empower people with information. So if they need help doing this the first time, going forward in the future, that I can empower them to do it yourself. Got
you. But most of these people, like I said, that I know, they want to pay somebody.
They need help with that, right?
They want to pay somebody so they can pay you.
Yes, I can do that, and most of my services are under the price point of $300. That I can say, because the people that I have done work for, you can contact them and you can ask them, and it'll be the same across the board. My prices don't fluctuate because I am in the business of empowering. I'm not in the business of taking people's hard-earned money, because it's hard to be an entrepreneur. It's hard just starting out, and I still feel that, and I know how it was when I first started out, and so there's no reason why someone should charge you an exorbitant amount of money to get these things done. Exactly.
Listeners, this is an interactive show. Please ask your questions. And also, if you're not watching this show with a pen and paper, you're doing everybody a disservice. So I don't wait to the end to give your contact information, because you just gave some heavy duty information. So how can they contact you if they want to just get off right now and just start searching you right now?
Absolutely. I am all over Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn at Innovative Butterfly. I am on Twitter at True_Butterfly, but you can contact me via email at book, that is BOOK, Necole is my first name, and ECOLE, at innovativebutterfly.com, and you can email me and we can get started.
Perfect. We'll definitely go over that again before we're finished, but I just kind of wanted to get that in there. Thank Miss Ruby said that's great. That's the owner of the radio show that I'm on, Miss Ruby Johnson.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Miss Felicia Copeland. And I know you're big on women empowerment, and I love that. So, you know, I'm all for women sticking together and everybody sticking together, but especially women. So, let's move on to my next topic. Let's move on to building business relationships. What are the keys? Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Yes. Now, hold on. It is book Necole at innovativebutterfly.com, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, just making sure you're all correct, Jess. That is book Necole at innovativebutterfly.com. Now, the relationship building. What are the keys to relationship building? Because to me, it's all relative when you're talking about music or just business. It's all the same principles. So, what are the keys to relationship building?
To me, the key to relationship building in business, it simply boils down to a couple of things. And one of them is be easy to work with. Mm-hmm. Be easy to work with. Not only be easy to work with, but be dependable. Keep your word. Do what you're going to do. If you say you're going to do something, do it. So be easy to work with. Be dependable. You're going to keep your word. Be fair but competitive. Be fair but competitive. You know, there is room enough out here for everyone. You know, there's no reason to get, you know, catty. There's no reason to get vindictive. But be fair in your pricing and in your services. And stay competitive. Also, be open for innovation and change. You need to be on top of your game to know what is out there and what other services are being offered, so you could offer like or same services or different types of services, because everyone wants to be on the cutting edge of what is happening. And also be open to getting out there and putting in the work. Everyone sits behind a computer, and that's great. Everyone wants to use Facebook to network, but what I found, nothing beats going out and sitting in front of a person, one-on-one, talking with a person and shaking a hand.
That face-to-face interaction along with working the internet, correct?
That is correct. You have to do both, and do it every day like it's your full-time job, because some of us do have full-time jobs, and some of us don't. Some of us have poured our life and our blood into our entrepreneurship, but you have to treat it like you're going to work every day. Get up at the same time every day. Put in the same amount of hours that you would on someone else's time clock, and you grind it out until it happens.
Julie Gordon asked, do you find it hard for women to learn from other women?
I don't find it hard. I find that there is a reluctancy to do so, because as women, naturally, we find it hard to trust because we have that barrier up for whatever reason, from past experiences, from past relationships. So I think there is a reluctancy in how we approach business relationships with other women.
Exactly. What, you know, Ms. Turner, this interview actually ran longer than I thought it was going to, and we're going to do part 2 right now, but they're going to have to wait till next week. But we're going to do it right now, and what it is, in part 2, we will be discussing the situation that happened on Facebook that really made me want to have you on the show, because I was very inquisitive about it. And it had to do with music being played on Facebook. So we will let you one more time give your information out. We'll give a 1-minute break, and then we'll start back with the next show.
Awesome. I do have a website. You can visit me at www.innovativebutterfly.com. Also, you can book Necole, that is Necole, Necole, at innovativebutterfly.com. That is my email. And also social media, Facebook and Instagram at Innovative Butterfly.
Thank you so much, Ms. Turner. This has been Turning Music into Money, Building Business Relationships. Stay tuned next week for part 2.